Yo, what's up? Welcome to the backtesting session. Okay, I'm pretty sure this is the ninth one. So let's go. Okay, so Monday, 1st of May 2023. We're going to be training the Tuesday. So we have at 10 a.m. we got Jolt's job openings. Okay, I should actually star out the word job, but I'm just trying to be funny. I need to shout. Um, okay, 10 a.m. Read all the news. Okay. Now let's have a look at the daily. Okay. Overall, we are bullish. We swept a previous daily high and have internal liquidity in the form of a bullish daily gap on both assets. Okay. If price reveals bearish PA, we can expect it to reach this internal liquidity. We also fail to close higher. Looking at the previous candle, highlighting some bearish PA already. Okay, so we can see here this candle does not close. Like an example is this candle, right? How do I draw? Can I draw? Brush. So this candle closes. Okay. Right, this candle closes above, right? We push above it and we hit the wick. This one, we don't, okay? So we can expect price to do what? Move lower, okay? What the fuck is going on? All right, I don't know how to use this shit, I'll be so wrong. Go with that. All right, yeah. So it's that kind of mindset. Obviously there's going to be a gap that's going to form here as well when this candle closes. So let's look at the weekly. Maybe we're missing something. We reach into the gap. See about the high. We have this high. We haven't. No, no, we don't have an SMT. Wait, do we have an SMT? We do have an SMT. Let's just mark that. Fuck you. Let's actually mention that as well. We also have an SMT on this weekly high. Or yes. Okay. Cool beans. What I actually want to do first is I want to skip forward and get the new candle. Okay, now what do we have? We have this bullish gap. Okay. Cool. It's fine. Into the hourly. What do we see? What do we see? We have another SMT here. So we can see this is the Monday, the 2 a.m. candle, and we have an SMT here. So let me actually mark this out. And this is Monday 10 a.m., Monday 10 a.m., SMT. Right. We have that gap. That's okay. That's already been annotated. We have this gap. And then we also have that gap that's been annotated. Okay, so let's just, oh, we're not taking a screenshot. On the 4-hour, we generate SMT at the on Enki at these heights. We also fail to displace above on both pads. Okay, both assets. We do get a high time frame CISD lower. Okay, so that's good to mention. 4-hour reveals further IRL that price could reach into. So overall, the time frame is bullish, but this might be a scenario where we catch short into internal liquidity. Okay. Yeah. Let's see. So we have a small gap here being disrespected. Cool. Let's just untake that. Untake that. Okay. 1 hour doesn't really show a lot, apart from it obviously moving in the direction. 1 hour does not really provide any more information than the 4 hour did. Okay, cool. Oh shit. There we go. So pre-market. What are we gonna do? We are going to skip to 5 a.m. Well, first of all, let's actually mark out midnight. Midnight, bang, 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 bang. That's the wrong candle. Okay, cool. We have midnight. Nice. So now let's begin. Do that. Yeah, London. London. And let's see what London does. Okay, does London reach a key level and hit this buy side liquidity? We'll see. There's some buy side here. As well as here. Okay. So I'm interested to see what London does. Just look at that. Okay. We reach internal liquidity and we reject straight away from it. Okay. So let's just continue London. All right. Very, very, very interesting. Okay. There we go. And then same thing here. There we go. This is a very, very cool mention to do. A lot of the stuff is lining up. So midnight, we riding higher for movement lower. London reaches into IRL in the form of a bearish 1 hour gap on NQ and respects it. Okay. In turn, this also generates a bearish SMT on ES. Okay. So let's just obviously we form equals actually. So even though I do want to kind of mark it as an SMT, okay, because we should have swept higher, we don't, and we get a 15-minute change of the state delivery. So let's just say overall, this looks like a London reversal, New York continuation, low. Guys, I'm always seeing London reversal, New York continuation. I don't know if I'm forcing it or what. Let me know in the comments because this is a key level, right? This, correct me if I'm wrong. This is a key level. Okay, we reach a bearish order block. Price respects it. We move lower. Okay, hopefully. We might reverse any second now, but you know what I mean. Okay. Price steps into the gap just a little more. Okay. 30. Nothing interesting. Now let's pay attention to market open. Okay, let's look at first of all, let's just quickly mark out areas where I actually want to reach, right? Given that we are bearish. So we have this low that just got made. We have this low. We have a gap in that low, okay, that side. We have here. And then let's also mark out NQ. So you have this low. If you guys are wondering how I'm doing this, like quickly pasting over, you hold Control and you drag. Okay, you hold Control, click on the thing, and then move it around. Okay. Yeah, let's have a look at what market open does. So, all right. Very cool. Loki, what I want to see some form of a sweep. Okay, so I'm staying a bit patient. I forgot to mark up the highs. Wow, that is a very silly mistake from me. Buy side. Buy side. Buy side. Buy side. Buy side. Okay. So we can actually just get rid of that because you know what that is. We have buy side liquidity there. Okay, cool. It's just waiting really now. I'd like to see a sweep. Okay. Very interesting. What do we get? We get an SMC. So we sweep out this short-term high. Is there anything on the 1 hour that poses an interest? Nope. Okay, now we have to be careful because we are in internal liquidity. There is a very good chance that we just go and target external. Okay. I definitely didn't miss that, by the way. See, sometimes not even my analysis is always top notch, you know? Now, ideally, we are in a bit of a range on the 1 hour, but let's just mark this out for now. Buy side liquidity. So the candle just before the sweep, or is this one here? You just say delivery. And what time frame? This is 8:45. 8:45, we get an SMT. Lower. And then we get our change in the state delivery, okay? So let's just mark this out. So market opens and runs higher, taking out a short 15-minute high. Alongside this, we also get a 15-minute CISD lower. I will now try to find my entry on yes, preferably as it has the SNC. Okay. So let's go in and let's just kind of wait. Still no close candle. Still no close candle. That's not an close candle, is it? Nope. Okay. We have two like sort of opposing things going on right now. Okay. We can see that it's just rallied off and it's given no form of respect, really, you know? Here, could I have caught a trade if I looked? Let's see. So from here to here, we look like we do run into a premium. Is there any fair value gap? One here. And the high, which we could have caught a trade, but that's okay. I'm looking for ES, and I'm more interested, in fact, in ES than anything else right now, really. Okay. Okay, market is still plummeting lower. You know, sort of taking the piss here. Um, okay. There we go. This is our entire range. Wowza. So now when it comes to something like this, what I'm gonna probably look for in this case is, given that we just took out external, given that we ran out external, walked into internal, and I might wait for some sort of liquidity sweep and maybe a change of displacement higher to target these areas. So let's just obviously quickly show this. Okay, so price dumps after the high being taken, and does not provide me with an opportunity to take a trade. And that's okay. That's completely okay. I am interested in seeing if price will reverse after taking out these forms of IRL and ERL and correct its down move that it made in New York AM in New York PM. Okay. So I'm a curious cat. Lunch is about to stop. Um, we're reaching the end of the session. Yeah, okay, cool. No trade. There is no trade in the session. New York PM does a small retracement with little to no useful information to be able to take a long. Okay. Could be was there an SMT here? Nope. 5 minute. Does a 5 minute provide anything of importance? Nope. You can see here, obviously we sweep, and then we consolidate on. Okay. We reached the discount kind of area of the range. And my best guess is obviously we see a continuation lower. Nope. Okay. So NA. Now, see, I want to know if there's a way that I can actually avoid missing these entries, but to me, it looks super unlikely. Okay, super unlikely. Why? We don't have a single up close candle, and the only way I could have possibly taken a trade is on this pair here, right? Even then, you know you're taking a bit of a risk. You're not trading on the weaker pair. Okay. There's a gap here. Could have entered on. Stop loss would realistically have to be put up here. Why? Change it to state delivery. Okay, you wanna sweeps the candles high, but it doesn't sweep here. See that? This is our order block, and price wicks into it, but does not close out of it. Okay. I like how price is actually moving away every time I want to. Okay, we do have a possible entry here, which I missed. So overall, market conviction was good. Price did exactly what I anticipated it to do. All right, so my market reading is getting better and better day by day. I'm clocking this very well. Back testing, forward testing, which is good. Okay. The Market did not provide a trade setup on the weaker pair, and that's okay. There was a couple possible setups on NQ where it did not have the SMC, but I was too focused on trading the weaker asset, which obviously learning a lesson from this trade. It is not always best to focus solely on the weaker assets. Okay. But yeah, patience and all that stuff was good. I didn't take anything unreasonable. Okay. And low-key, this is probably gonna mark the high week. Okay. This is the high week on Tuesday. There I am. Nope, unless this is the Monday. Yep. So we had the high and we are just donk. Yeah, we're just tanking low. Okay. What do? We reached the daily gaps. Nice. We're overall bullish. So what can we expect now since we've reached internal? External. We can expect to be bullish. Okay. I'm expecting some bullishness. Right. So that's that. Backtesting session. You should get one tomorrow, hopefully, depending on how I'm feeling. But yeah, all right, that's that. I'm gonna upload this, chill for a bit. I'm actually hungry. Am I hungry? A little bit. I could eat something, like a little snack. But yeah, oh shit, I need to prep food for tomorrow. All right, cool. I'll see you lot tomorrow. Bye.